Hi, everybody. This is President Rick Bailey from Northern New Mexico College. Today is Thursday, October 22nd. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to our latest video update for our college community. Let's go ahead and start with the topic that I know is on everyone's minds right now, and that is the recent uptick in coronavirus cases here in New Mexico. Obviously, it's a cause of a lot of anxiety. I think for us, for the college, for our community, the message is that we need to stay the course. There are a lot of things that we've done as a college that have really kept these numbers at bay, at least with our community. And I know that there's a lot of fatigue out there. I know that everyone's itching to kind of get back into the mix. But if we've proven anything over these last 7 months, is that we can actually affect the way we tamp down this virus in our community. And so let's stay the course, as difficult as it is. And that's led to a couple of decisions on our part. One of the things that we were hoping to do for Halloween is to have some kind of drive-through Halloween event where we could hand kids candy through the car, and I know that would have been great, but we also want to be respectful of the guidelines coming from the governor and from the state. You know, we need to stay home as much as possible, and we thought that would send the wrong message. So I made a decision to put that on hold. I'll accept responsibility for it. We would love to do that for kids, and we understand the need right now. But the bigger responsibility that we have is to keep everyone safe, and so we'll double our efforts next year on that. The other thing we were going to have was an in-person branch community college board meeting on November 4th up here in El Rito. We were actually going to take the board members through so that they could see the labs and some of the facilities here in El Rito that we're preparing for the hands-on classes that we're going to have for our plumbers and pipe fitters and our electrician programs. And again, you know, in keeping with state guidelines, we're going to have to do that virtually. Now, what we are going to do, and this will be available to everybody, we are going to do either some kind of still photo representation of these lab spaces and facility spaces here, or maybe even a walkthrough video. We're working on that right now. And we'll include that as part of that board meeting, and that'll be open to the public so that everyone can see the progress we're making. Again, as soon as we're on the other side of this pandemic, we're going to be able to offer those programs, those hands-on classes in person here. Spring semester, you've already heard me say this, but let me reiterate. We are conducting our spring semester starting in January online. Students who start with us online are going to have an opportunity to finish that course online. The only exceptions that we're making for that are the classes that we're doing right now in person, some of the nursing skills labs and potentially some of the science labs that have to be conducted in person. We'll have full PPE and all the things that we need to do to mitigate for them. The other potential is for the hands-on classes here in El Rito for career technical education. That will not start in January. That will only start once it's safe to do so. But if there is a viable vaccine early in the early part of the year or even late this year, and we can get our community vaccinated, then what we may look at is a late start date for those courses starting in the spring. The same is true for the 8-week courses, because there will be a complement of 8-week courses, not just in CTE, but in all of our courses. And all of our disciplines. There may be 8-week courses available that start in March. So obviously, if it's safe to do so starting in March, and if the professor and all of the students in a course want to do that face-to-face and it's safe to do so, then they'll have that option. So those are the exceptions we're making with the spring. Everything else is going to be online to keep everyone safe. I want to talk about a project that will talk about how our system operates, our digital platform, if you will. Right now we use a program called Banner, and that's everything from kind of student accounts, part of the business office, all of that's tied into one big platform. Well, we are exploring a partnership right now with Santa Fe Community College, with Central New Mexico Community College, with Clovis Community College, and with San Juan College. So the 5 of us are looking at an idea where we actually go together on a bid for a new platform. Now, this is probably likely a 2 to 3 year project, but I think it's going to create some efficiencies for us if we choose to go down that road. And I think it will make life simpler, not only for our faculty and staff, but especially for our students. The other nice thing is it may give them an opportunity for seamless transfer between those institutions. So really excited about where we're going with that. And it's also getting the attention of the state. So more to follow on that. But I would like to ask our faculty and staff, please be open to this. I want us to look at this, at exploring this, because I think it can create a lot of benefits for not only our students, but faculty and staff down the road. Next, I want to talk about mentorship. And I've said this from time to time. I know it's difficult to even talk about it during a pandemic, but I don't think we should, even during the pandemic, it's no excuse for us not to be thinking about how we mentor others. And no matter what you do for this institution, we should be looking at the people around us and asking what we can do to support them. So I have this conversation with our vice presidents. I've had this conversation with others to say, hey, what do you want to do 5 years? Where do you see yourself 5 years from now professionally? And more importantly, as a coworker, what are the things that I can do to help you with that? What are the things that I can do to help you reach your own professional goals? For supervisors who are watching this video, I think it's incumbent upon you. I think this should be part of your job description, to look at how the people who work in and around you, and especially the people who report to you, I'd like you to take the time out to see what you can do better to mentor them and to give and put them on the pathway, professional pathway that will help them. And the other nice thing is, for the institution, the more we do that, if all of us do that, then we can move mountains. So take some time as leaders to think about the mentorship that you're giving to others, and put a little more effort into that, because it will pay dividends for all of us. Let me end with a discussion about social and emotional wellness. Obviously, the temperature's starting to change. We're not going to be able to go outside as much as we have been these last couple of months. The virus is going to still continue to move through. And this is going to cause some tension, and even potentially even more tension than we've had over the last 7 months. So I want you to go to our website, nnmc.edu. There is an entire list of resources, not just Adam here at the college, but resources available through the county, through the city, through the state, through the federal government. There are a lot of there's a lot of support out there to make sure that we're all able to get through this emotionally. So don't hesitate, because we're all feeling it. So we have to help each other through this. Okay, I think that's it for us. Thank you so much from all of us at the college. We say muchísimas gracias, kunda woha. God bless you and everyone you love. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll talk to you soon.